More supply, more demand. More supply, more demand. As this tug of war plays out over the course of the market, we get that undulating motion or that wave motion. Prices moving up and prices moving down. Now, once the market has built in an area where price simply doesn't penetrate, that simply means that there's no supply at these lower prices. Think about that. There's no supply. People are not interested in selling the Canadian dollar when it declines into this area. They're more interested in buying it. Now, it's because of this supply and demand function that the market is going to establish a support or a resistance area. For example, here you can see that there was more supply once the Canadian dollar reached these price levels than there was demand. Once the market started to move down, it simply moved down until it found not only an equilibrium, but an overbalance of demand. Because obviously, if supply and demand were at an equilibrium, meaning for every one seller there was a buyer, price would go nowhere. Now, it was very important for me to give you all of that information to simply say this one thing. The reason why low volume is important is because the low volume is going to represent support in the form of a lack of supply. Because there's no supply as the market comes into this area, we can say that the market has found support. Now, we could also say that we found support simply by looking at the price. But now we have a relative gauge, don't we? For example, if we saw a price coming down, and we saw that volume now, instead of stopping at this lower level, here, we saw volume stopping here, wouldn't we now have a better gauge of whether support was going to hold? Or wouldn't we at least have a better idea of the odds of support holding? Now, if we were to enter a position here as the market was moving up with a stop here, wouldn't it make sense that if our stop was located in this lower area, that if we saw an increase in volume above our stop price, that we may be able to see a hint that support was going to be broken? Wouldn't it give us a little bit more of an insight into what was going on in the marketplace? Now, I would say that, of course it does. So, low volume is important because it's going to verify that price is indeed finding support.